Today in this lab, we will learn about external DHCP configuration. Let's take two pieces connected to a switch. Switch is connected to the router with the network 10.10.10.0, and hence this port here on the router is 10.1. The router is then connected to DHCP server with 10.10.20.0 network, and hence we have taken 20.1 on this port here on the router and 20.2 for the DHCP server over here. So we'll name that as a DHCP server. Okay, so first of all, let's go ahead and turn down this interface and assign the IP address. So we'll choose this fast Ethernet 0/0 port first. Okay, so go to CLI. No. So we are in global configuration mode, and let's select the port is 0/0. IP address here is 10.1, and let's enter the same 10.1 with /24 subnet mask and say no shut. Okay, so this interface is turned on. So we need to assign the IP address for fast Ethernet 0/1 and turn on this interface as well. So we'll enable configuration interface fast Ethernet 0/1 with IP address. Here we can see it's 20.1. So let's enter the same 10.10.20.1 with /24 and say no shutdown. So this interface is turned on. So we now need to configure our DHCP server. So let's allocate the IP address 20.2 for this fast Ethernet 0. So 10.10.20.2 with /24. Okay. And default gateway is the 10.1 IP address here on the router. So choose 10.10.10.1. And let's assume DNS server. So DNS server is 8.8.8.8. Let's enable the DHCP services on this server. Select DHCP and ensure that you turn on the services. Let's keep the pool name as a external DHCP. With the default gateway 10.10.10.1, which is this IP address over here, because the PCs will need to communicate to the DHCP server and it has to pass via 10.1 IP. And DNS server is 8.8.8. So since this client here are within 10.0 subnet, let's give the same 10.0 is the starting IP. So let's give 10.2 because we have already reserved 10.1 here. So the next IP address can be allocated from 10.2. just save this and close. Okay, so let's go ahead and request the discover request from the DHCP server. So just request for the IP address. It's requesting. When you observe here, you can see that a paper is being used. The reason is here, in order for this PC to communicate to DHCP server, it's not possible for the communication to happen from the router to the DHCP server, because when the switch is trying to broadcast, it's getting dropped at the router. So in order to avoid this, we will need to configure the helper IP address. So the port that you need to select for the helper IP address is the port which is facing towards this client machines. So here it is fast Ethernet 0/0. So let's select that. IP address 10.10. It's IP helper address, yeah, and it's the destination IP address. So for your PC, the destination is the DHCP server. So 20.2 is the helper address. So that's going to be 10.10.20.2. Exit, and let's check now if your PCs are getting the automatic IP assignment from this DHCP server. So just click on one of the PCs and try to request, and there we go. You can see that the IP address is starting from 10.2, and that's what we have configured here. 10.2. Okay, when you are requesting for one more PC here, your IP address is going to start from 10.2, 10.3, and 10.4. If you want to verify, just connect another PC and just wait for the 30 seconds of delay. The reason is because it's in listening and learning status, and I have not configured port fast. So it's taking a while. And then this time, if you're trying to request, you will see the paper will be in use because it's not in a forwarding state. So if you just, yeah, it just turned to green, and there you go. So you can see that it's 10.4. So this is how the configuration works on the external DHCP server. I hope that this video has been helpful to you all. See you in the next video.